Hey guys, Prangell Gaming here, and today I'm going to be giving you a Millwall analysis video. Now today's Millwall analysis video is Millwall versus Scunthorpe. Now, Scunthorpe did put an end to Millwall's unbeaten run, and out of all the teams, I would have preferred it not to have been Scunthorpe, just for the fact Scunthorpe and Millwall have a bit of history, especially in the playoff finals. Anyway, if we had won this game, we didn't, but if we had, we would have gone above Coventry by a point, and we would have been equal with the games, because in fact Coventry don't play on that Saturday game, so we would have also had a chance to extend our lead further. But obviously we don't win the game, and we're missing that opportunity. Like Millwall like to do, they always make it hard for themselves. Anyway, the first chance I'm going to be talking about in this game actually came from a corner, and it was by Ferguson. He's a player that we are relying a lot on now, and he's improving game by game. He crossed the ball into the area where it's met by the header of Webster. Now, unfortunately, Gregory blocked the ball near the line, and that meant that Scunthorpe could literally clear the ball away. It's so frustrating when a player on your own team just gets in front of your header. You'd prefer if it didn't happen, but this is a theme of this game. It's very unlucky for Millwall. A lot of missed opportunities that if we would have taken, we maybe would have had a different result in this game. Now, unfortunately, the next chance I'm going to be talking about is actually the Scunthorpe goal. This actually came originally from a very good bit of defending by Sid Nelson, as Nelson beat McSheffrey to the ball, and it was a great run. In fact, he then had the ball, then dribbled up the pitch with it very nicely actually, all for him to go and then pass the ball to Bishop. To all Millwall's fans' horror, how can you win the ball in a running race, dribble up the pitch and then go, here you go mate, and pass it to the other team? I don't understand. Anyway, Bishop got the ball, he then played it to Paddy Madden. Paddy Madden then gave it to Dawson, who played it through for Gary McSheffrey, and a player of his experience and his quality wasn't going to miss from there, and obviously that meant Scunthorpe took the lead and made it 1-0. It was so frustrating to watch because Nelson did so well with that bit of defending and then went and threw the entire opportunity of defending away, and meant that Scunthorpe actually had a chance and in fact got the goal from that. He is the main player to blame for it. Anyway, Millwall did pick up the game, and they did have a few good chances. One of them included Ferguson doing some skills and beating some of the defenders with his trickery. He then ran out of space and gave it to Aidan O'Brien, who then crossed the ball in, and it met with the head of Steve Morrison, but unfortunately the knockdown only made it to Murphy, the Scunthorpe defender, who cleared the ball up the pitch and away from the danger area. These are the chances that Millwall need to secure and maybe score. If a player had been there, maybe we would have got a chance to have put the ball in the back of the net. It's just not good enough, and that is the main reason why we actually didn't do anything in this game. Now, the next shot actually came from Jed Wallace as he received the ball off of Lee Gregory, and as Wallace did a bit of dribbling, he got past Townsend, and unfortunately, as he took the shot, it was the fact that he actually slipped over, so it was a slip shot, and it was very easy for Daniels to save. If he hadn't have slipped over, maybe we would have had a better chance, but as I'm saying, it's a maybe all the time because it just didn't happen for Millwall. Anyway, into the second half, and Millwall did have a very, very clever chance to put the ball in the back of the net, and it's where Wallace played a great cross over to Steve Morrison, who then knocked it straight onto Aidan O'Brien, who had a fantastic chance to put the ball in the back of the net, and the shot was great, but unfortunately Daniels, the goalkeeper, was quick off his line, made a very good save. Again, that was one of our better chances, and we will rue the missed mistakes in this game because in fact we did lose the game. But talking of better chances in this game, this next chance was pretty much a guaranteed goal in most games. In any place around the world, it would be hard to miss chances like this, but anyway, we did miss it. And well, Wallace intercepted the ball very well. He then dribbled up the pitch, and then Murphy slid to try and get the ball after Wallace played a great through ball through the entire defence of Scunthorpe, and that meant that Gregory had the ball. He did all the hard work, he beat the defender, He got past the goalkeeper, but then his chip shot somehow managed to miss by inches. It's so frustrating to see him miss that. And obviously he would have wanted to score that there. But it was another one of those. Maybe if it had gone in, you never know what had happened. But again, you can't do anything. If you're not scoring the chances, then you can't win the games. And well, Scunthorpe did score their next chance. And it was their second and the final goal in the game. And it came from a well-instrumented throw-in from Townsend, who threw the ball. And actually Marlon Romeo got the header there. But then he headed it into space where Lua actually beat Thompson in the air to the ball. And he then knocked it down to Hooper. Now Hooper then flicked it past Nelson and actually put the cross in for Bishop. Now as the cross was put in, Bishop's shot was then saved by Archer. But unfortunately it was then blocked off of Nelson. And then it went straight to Jim O'Brien, the player that is the debutant, the new player that they got off of Coventry, the team that we actually wanted to go above. So that's very frustrating there. But he then turned the ball into the back of the net, and it may have took a slight deflection, but still it went in for the debutant. That's highly frustrating, but I've got to say they took their chances. Good on them. The only thing that I am frustrated with for Millwall is that we missed a lot of opportunities that maybe we would have scored on our own game. So it clearly wasn't our game. And also Webster and Nelson just didn't look like they can play together. I mean, Webster and Beavers have a fantastic partnership, and I do feel concerned for when Tony Craig is put back in there what's going to happen. Because Craig is a brilliant defender, a brilliant captain, but Webster is playing very well with Beavers. We don't want to disrupt that. And also, another thing that is very frustrating from a Millwall fan's point of view is the fact that we rely heavily on Jed Wallace. He didn't have the best of games, and well, quite clearly most of the team didn't, but he had a few chances, and the chances that he had, maybe on another day he would have done a lot better with them, and that probably would have led to us scoring goals, because most of the time it does. Anyway, enough about that. Who were the key players in this game? Well, for Millwall, it's a controversial one. Some of you may not agree with this, but I'm going to go with Marlon Romeo. He is proving why he's in the team, and it's not just because of the injuries and the ages of some of our right backs in the team. He had another decent performance. Obviously, he's going to make mistakes. Players make mistakes, and especially at his young age. Now, players like Cummins and Edwards shouldn't be making mistakes, especially at their age, but Romeo is a lot younger. He can make mistakes, and he still plays brilliantly. I still think he's the best right back we've got, and he's only just come onto the scene at Millwall. Now for Scunthorpe, it pains me to say they've got a key player, but of course it's going to be Gary McSheffrey. His experience challenged Millwall a lot. He did get that goal, and he created a lot of opportunities. Obviously there are other players I could have said, like Hooper, but I'm going to go with McSheffrey just for the fact actually that he scored the goal and he was brilliant, and he's still going at his age. He's still got it. Anyway, Millwall's next game was against Peterborough, and in fact that game has already been played, so you know what's going to happen here. The Millwall analysis video of that against Peterborough will be going up around about 6 o'clock today, hopefully if everything goes right. So anyway, stay tuned for that, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this Millwall analysis video. Like, comment, subscribe, and of course stay tuned for more analysis videos. And of course don't forget that analysis video of Millwall versus Peterborough is going up later on today around about 6 o'clock. Goodbye.